Good evening, Scots Nation and fans of USA South Athletic Conference basketball, and welcome to today's live video broadcast of the Scots of Covenant College from Lookout Mountain, Georgia, and today's host of the 2021 USA Southwest Division Tournament, your Fighting Scots from Maryville College. I'm Heath Dunkel, and we are excited to be bringing you Maryville College basketball on the Scots Broadcasting Network. Per USA South and local COVID guidelines, fans are not permitted within the Cooper Athletic Center, our Boydson Bear Gymnasium, for today's event. We hope you understand and enjoy today's broadcast. Today's broadcast is sponsored by Blunt Partnership. Blunt Partnership is the eyes, ears, and voice of the local business community. The partnership works closely with the cities of Alcoa, Maryville, Townsend, Rockford, Louisville, and Friendsville. The number one seeded Maryville is 8-2 on this season and 8-2 in USA South action, while number 4 seeded Covenant comes into today's challenge with a 10-8 mark, including a 6-5 record in league play. The Scots swept Covenant this season, 76-64 on the road and 64-62 to conclude the series in Georgia. Historically, Maryville is 15-7 against Covenant and 5-5 over their last 10 challenges. We'll take a look real quickly at some of the key players to look out for in today's ball game for both teams. For the Maryville College Fighting Scots, the 6'1 sophomore shooting guard Miles Rasnick is leading the team with 15 points a game, 4.9 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2.3 steals, while our senior point guard standing at 5'9", J.R. Sanders, 14 points a game, 3.1 rebounds, 4.5 assists, and 2.3 steals, followed by Kevin Chong, 6'5", junior shooting forward, small forward, 11.3 points a game, 5.1 rebounds, and the inside presence of the 6'6 sophomore center, Felix Uadiale, with 11.1 points and 7.9 rebounds. As for the Covenant College Scots, you've got the 6'9 senior forward, Will Crumley, 16.9 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 2.6 assists. 6'2 junior guard Chris Barnett, 11.1 points, 5.9 rebounds, and 4.1 assists. 6' junior guard Brady Palmer's 8.9 points and 2.5 rebounds. And 6'4 junior forward Promise Ibagnu at 7.4 points and 5.7 rebounds. So it's going to be a tough battle today. The last matchup decided by 2 points, and we are moments away from tip-off here at Randy Lambert Court. In just a moment, we'll have the national anthem, starting lineups, and then the tip-off here on the Scots Broadcasting Network. I'm Heath Dunkel. We'll be back in just a minute.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Cooper Athletic Center and Boydson Bear Gymnasium for tonight's NCAA Division III and USA South Divisional Tournament semifinal between the visiting Scots of Covenant College from Lookout Mountain, Georgia, and your Maryville College Fighting Scots. At this time, we ask that you please rise and face the flag. Gentlemen, please remove your hats as we honor America with the presentation of our national anthem. At guard, a 6-foot junior from Searcy, Arkansas, number 0, Brady Palmer. At forward, a 6'4" junior from Lagos, Nigeria, number 1, Promise Igbanu. At guard, a 6'2" junior from Wake Forest, North Carolina, number 3, Chris Barnett. At forward, a 6'9" senior from Marietta, Georgia, number 24, Will Brumley. And at guard, a 6'3" senior from Fayetteville, Georgia, number 25, Zach Allen. Covenant College is coached by Neil Young. He is assisted by Josh Brown and Jacob Hooker. And now the starters for your Maryville College Scots. At forward, a 6'5" junior from Coconut Creek, Florida, number 1, Kevin Shaw. At guard, a 6'1" sophomore from Knoxville, Tennessee, number 2, Miles Rasnick. At guard, a 5'9" senior from Mount Juliet, Tennessee, number 5, J.R. Sanders. At center, a 6'6" sophomore from McDonough, Georgia, number 14, Felix Uadiale. And at forward, a 6'6" sophomore from Sylvania, Georgia, number 22, Nicholas Clifton. Maryville is coached by Ronald Placeris, assisted by Jeff McCord, Kyle Creasy, David Nibayubame, and Don Holland.
Good evening and welcome. As we are listening to the Scots Broadcasting Network, I'm Heath Dunkel, and we are getting ready to tip things off here at Maryville College as the Maryville College Scots host the Scots of Covenant College. And as we take a quick look at the starting lineups for Covenant, number 0, Brady Palmer, number 1, Promise Igbanu, number 3, Chris Barnett, 24, Will Crumley, and 25, Zach Allen. For Maryville, number 1, Kevin Chong, 2, Miles Rasnick, 5, J.R. Sanders, 4, Felix Uadiale, and 22, Nicholas Clifton. Uadiale and Will Crumley for the tip. Ball is up, and Covenant will begin the basketball into the hands of number 0, Brady Palmer, the 6-foot junior guard from Searcy, Arkansas. And he'll move the ball around into Crumley's hands, now into Igbanu, and then swinging back up top. They get it down inside to Crumley, and that basketball is tipped away. They'll say last touch last by Maryville, and Covenant to inbound under the basket. Barnett finally gets it inbounds just in time, and they give it back to him, and he'll go down low. Nice post play inside against J.R. Sanders, and Covenant with the first points of the day. Inside to Clifton, out to Rasnick. Rasnick back to Sanders, inside to Clifton. Clifton kicks it out. Shot clock winding down, so Sanders is going to drive, bounce pass to Uadiale, and Uadiale with the basket. Barnett crosses the logo at half court and turns and gives it to Palmer. Palmer to Crumley. Crumley to Barnett, who drives and does have to give it right back out. Pump fake from Crumley as he drives, and he'll kick it out. Open jumper, up and good for Brady Palmer. Clifton jumper, good. Palmer to Crumley up top, now over to Igbanu, and Igbanu almost loses it, but luckily there to recover before going out of bounds is Palmer. 3 ball, Up and good for number 25, Zach Allen, the senior guard from Fayetteville, Georgia. So it is 7-4. Covenant leads. Chong now on the left side of the key. He'll get it up top to Sanders. Over to Raznick as Covenant making things difficult with the 2-3 zone. Uadiale jumper. Up, no good. Rebounded by Crumley. Palmer to Igbanu. Igbanu loses the handle. They're going to say last touched by the Scots. Covenant inbound. Palmer, jumper, no good. Crumley right there for the tip, up and in. Hard guy to defend, Will Crumley, standing at 6'9", 235. The senior from Marietta, Georgia. The tallest player on the court today. It's going to be a battle for these post players for the Maryville College all night. Palmer with the ball. He'll give it to Crumley. Going up inside for the layup is Brady Palmer. And Covenant now with a 5-point lead, or excuse me, with a 7-point lead early in this ball game, 11-4. He'll get it to Felix Uadiale. Now to Raznick, to Sanders, to Clifton. Back to Sanders, who shoots the three ball up and no good, but rebounded by Uadiale, and looks like he was fouled. Foul on number 1, Promise Igbanu. That is his first, team first. And Kevin Chong will come over to the sidelines to take a breather for Maryville, and coming in for him, the freshman from Fayette County, Georgia, Jacoby Coleman. Clifton inside, backing down at Igbanu, and goes up and misses the basket. Rebound, Covenant. Allen with the ball. Kicks it outside to Barnett. Across to Palmer. Palmer drives. Has to pick up his dribble and looks for an open man, and stolen by Sanders. Here comes Maryville. Sanders bounce pass to Raznick. Raznick layup, no good. Rebounded by Crumley. And here comes Covenant. Barnett gets it out to Crumley. Crumley, three ball. No good. Rebounded by Coleman. Sanders will drive, bounce pass to Uadiale, and basket is up and good.
Felix Uadiale from J.R. Sanders.
Inside to Allen. Allen trying to back down Coleman and goes up with the shot. No good. Rebounded by Coleman. And Coleman pushing tempo as Coach Placeres pleads with his team to continue to move fast, keep the pace quick. Coleman up top, inside, Clifton backing down Crumley, goes up, stripped away, and Covenant recovers. Three ball by Brady Palmer. Jumper, Coleman. Nice tip by Clifton, is able to get the rebound and knock it back in. 14-8, Covenant leads with 14:02 remaining to go here in the first half. Palmer with the basketball. He'll get it to Crumley. Now over to Barnett for three, and Barnett connects. Covenant shooting very well from beyond the arc, and now it is 17-8. They lead by 9. Clifton to Raznick. Raznick to Clifton. Clifton inside to Uadiale, goes up and in.
Felix Uadiale from Nick Clifton.
Barnett to Palmer. Palmer back to Barnett. He'll give it to Allen. Allen will drive. Allen kicks it outside to Palmer. Good defense. Maryville trying to play tight. Make it difficult for them to continue to shoot threes as Allen will drive to Bognu. Moving the ball around. Barnett, fadeaway jumper. No good. And Raznick tries to come away with it, and Igbanu takes it right away from him and goes up with the basket. Raznick holding his nose for a minute there. Thought he was fouled, but no call. And it is back to a 9-point lead for Covenant. Ball stripped again. Active hands defensively from Covenant with a few steals already, helping them extend this lead. And Coleman fouls Crumley. It's going to be his first, team first, and we've got a media timeout on the floor. We'll take one with them. 12:25 remaining here in the first half. Covenant 19, Maryville 10. We'll be back in just a moment. Back to it as Covenant inbounds from the timeout. And Igbanu with the basketball. Ball now in the hands of Barnett. Back to Igbanu. Back to Barnett. Barnett for three. Good. Raznick for three. Good as well. Nice response by Miles Raznick. And Maryville is going to have to turn things up defensively as they are leaving open way too many three-point opportunities, and Covenant is taking care of it. Crumley has it up top. He'll swing it. Another open opportunity. This time, though, luckily it's short. And a great job by Darrell Rice boxing out number 3, Chris Barnett of Covenant, not allowing him to go get that basketball. And the ball goes out of bounds and gives Maryville back the ball. We've got a timeout on the court. Another media timeout. We'll take one too. 11:37 to go in the first half. Covenant 22, Maryville 13. back from the timeout, and Maryville with the ball and looking to try to continue to chip away at this deficit so they can get back into this ball game. Currently down 9 points to Covenant with 11:23 remaining in the first half as J.R. Sanders drives and kicks it back out. Cordell Kay with the ball. He'll give it to Rice. Rice loses the handle, but luckily there to pick it up. Raznick, jumper, up, no good. Rebounded by Igbanu. Coach Placeres pleading with his team at the break. You got that 2-3 zone. Attack, attack, attack. And look for opportunities to be able to get them to kind of clam down on you and come inside and leave an open man and continue to move the basketball. Any great offense, you've got to move the ball around, got to continue to share, find the open man, make the right play. As Maryville makes the right play right there with another three-point shot, and they're continuing to chip away at this deficit like we talked about just a moment ago. Great passes lead to great opportunities. 22-16, Covenant leads by 6 with 10:30 remaining in the first half. Igbanu, nowhere to go. He's going to have to give it up. He gives to Crumley. Back to Igbanu. Turn, little pick and pop right there with Crumley as he goes around, gives it to him. Crumley goes up, and he's fouled. Got a foul on the floor on Cordell Kay. That's actually in the shooting motion of Crumley. So that's going to send Crumley to the line to shoot two. 6'9" senior forward Will Crumley, averaging 16.9 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 2.6 assists for the season. Crumley, a 73% free throw shooter for the year, connects on the first right there. He makes both. Kay inbounds to Rice. Rice handoff to Sanders. Back to Rice. And now to Sanders. As Sanders drives, he turns, jumper, good. Back to a 6-point ball game. Mentioned it a minute ago, defense is going to have to be sharp, continuing to try to watch out as Covenant was hot from the three-point line early on in this first half. Great defense leads to even better offense as Igbanu right there with a really nice play. He turns, pump fakes K one way, spins around him, goes straight to the basket, up and in with the shot. 26-18, Covenant up 8. Raznick with the ball. He'll give it to Rice. Rice brings it back out. Now to Kay. Kay turns, gives to Rice. Rice, three-pointer, count it.
Three-pointer, Mike Darrell Rice.
Inbound to Igbanu. He'll turn and hand it off to Palmer. Substitution coming into the ball game, number 15, Jonathan Gurnett. Excuse me, that is Gurnett. And a Jonathan Gurnett, 6'4" freshman from Marietta, Georgia, into the ball game, as they will send Zach Allen over to the sidelines to catch his breath. Barnett over to Palmer. Double team, and Maryville comes away with the steal. Kay to Rice. Rice, step back to Kay. Kay, three ball. No good. And Covenant comes away with it. A little miscommunication there. Had they pushed tempo a little bit more, might have had a nice fast break opportunity, but unable to capitalize. And now they're going to have to play some solid defense here as Igbanu misses the three. Rice coming away with the rebound, and he'll give it to Sanders. Sanders will drive, bring it back out, give it to Clifton. Nice pass and an even better shot by Clifton.
Clifton from J.R.
Hand off to Barnett. Barnett with a pick from Crumley goes to the right, but right there to meet him was Clifton. He'll give it to Palmer. Palmer to Igbanu. Igbanu for three. No good. And within the trees, J.R. Sanders goes up and rebounds over Will Crumley. Not only does he do so, but there's a foul. and that foul is going to be on Crumley. 6'9" Will Crumley against 5'9" J.R. Sanders, and Sanders just wanted it more. Comes away with the rebound, gets the foul, and now we've got a timeout with 7:51 remaining to go in the first half. Covenant 26, Maryville 23. You're listening to the Scots Broadcasting Network. Back from the timeout, and Maryville with the basketball. Okay, we'll give it to Chong. Chong to Sanders. Sanders to Raznick, and Raznick will drive. Kick out. Sanders pump fake. Jumper. Good. Nice pick by Bonu a minute ago for Palmer. And Palmer turns and gives it to Barnett. Barnett guarded closely by Sanders. He'll turn and give it to Crumley. Crumley over to Palmer. Palmer inside to Bonu. Bonu goes up with the basket and just bodies his way inside and connects on the layup. So now it is 28-25, back to a three-point ball game. Inside to Clifton. Clifton misses the shot, gets his own rebound, makes the basket, and he is fouled. And one opportunity for Mr. Nicholas Clifton. Substitution into the ball game as Igbanu comes to the sideline. 25, Zach Allen back in. Cordell Kay will make his way to the bench, and coming in for Maryville, Felix Uadiale. With this free throw opportunity, Clifton has a chance to tie this ball game. Nicholas Clifton, a 76% free throw shooter for the season, connects, and it is 28-all. Palmer over to Barnett. Barnett crosses the logo, guarded closely by Sanders. He'll turn and hand off to Palmer. Gannett gives it up. Palmer up top. Now to Barnett. Barnett will drive. Kick outside. Three ball, Allen. No good. And a good job by Clifton staying with it. Saves it from going out of bounds. And there to catch it, Kevin Chong. Clifton back to Chong. Chong over to Sanders. Back to Chong. Now to Raznick inside to Uadiale. And active hands by Gurnett. Nicely done by the freshman of Covenant. Barnett with the ball. He'll turn and give it to Crumley on the right side of the key, and they'll swing it around back up top. Now over to the left side. Try to get inside to Crumley, and they do. Double team, but Crumley just too strong. Up and in. J.R. Sanders now on the left side of the key, and there to help him with a pick is Uadiale, and he'll turn and dish it over to Raznick. Raznick goes around the pick from Clifton. He'll turn, give it to Chong. Chong pump fake. Chong will drive. Step back jumper. Up and no good. Rebounded by Crumley. With no fans in the stands, energy coming from the sideline of Maryville College. As you can hear the team chanting defense and trying to keep their defense alive and active as they need them right now in the last 5 minutes of this first half. 28-30, Covenant up 2. And after that miss, ball in the hands of Maryville College as J.R. Sanders has it. Looks to drive, brings it back out, step back three, count it!
Three-pointer.
Maryville College takes the lead. They're up one, 31-30. 4:50 remaining here in the first half. And Coach Placeres very active on the sidelines and wants his defense to be the same. As Barnett has it up top. He'll turn, he'll give it over to Palmer. Palmer inside to Crumley, tipped away, recovered luckily for Covenant by Zach Allen. He'll get it back up top as they reset. Barnett around the pick of Crumley. He'll look to drive. He'll kick outside. 3-ball. Palmer, no good. In a battle for it, but Uadiale ultimately comes away with it, and here comes Maryville as Sanders looks down court to push tempo. He'll drive. Nice pass! Even better dunk that time by Uadiale. We've got a timeout on the floor, and they're going to need it, as they're going to need to talk things over. Your score with 4:15 remaining in the first half. Maryville 33, Covenant 30. Covenant College looked like they had a lot of the momentum early in this first half. Maryville has fought and clawed their way back into this one. They've got a 3-point lead. There's still a lot of time left. But ladies and gentlemen, this is a fun basketball game to watch. We'll be back in just a moment. We're back at it, and Covenant with the basketball as Barnett crosses the logo at half court. He's guarded closely by Uadiale right there to meet him. He'll turn and give it over to Palmer. Now in the corner to Gurnett. Gurnett back up top, and Coach Placeres looks like he's part of the defense as he's moving around and calling out to his players every chance he can in a nice defensive possession there. No points scored, and Maryville back with the basketball. And getting ready to come in just a moment is the senior Will Crumley. His coach is asking him to get back in the game because they're going to need him in the post, and he is a terrific player. As right now J.R. Sanders has it. He'll turn, look to drive, step back. 3-ball, no good. Battle down low. Looks like it was last touched by Allen. Referees say that it was, and Maryville will inbound from under the basket. But now as Gurnett makes his way to the sideline, Crumley back in for Covenant. Inbounded into Rice up top. Coach Placeres calls out the offensive play for his team. And Rice waits a pick from Uadiale, turns and kicks it to Raznick. Raznick around a pick of his own. Jumper, no good. And we've got a foul on the floor. Looks like they said that number 0, Brady Palmer, the junior guard from Searcy, Arkansas, with a pushing foul defensively. And so Maryville will maintain possession and Sanders inbound. Sanders will get it into Clifton. Clifton over to Rice. Rice to Raznick. Back to Rice. Swinging it around. Sanders pump fake. Sanders looks to drive. Now to Rice for 3. Good. And Maryville College starting to heat up behind the arc as well. 36-30. Scott's up 6 with 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Sanders. Good defensive possessions so far as they are very active, and Crumley has it at the top of the key. They get a good pass inside, jumper up, and just not doing that time for Barnett. Rebounded by Maryville. And Sanders now with the basketball crosses half court. He'll turn and give to Raznick. They'll slow things down for a minute. They'll get everyone set. And Raznick now moving the basketball. He'll drive, kick, pass. Clifton will drive. Nothing doing. Good defense by Covenant there, getting quickly to the three-point line and making Clifton second-guess that shot as Rice drives, and this time there's going to be an offensive foul. And I think that's going to be on Uadiale. It will be. That is his first, third on the team. And so Covenant now with the ball, and they'll inbound. Palmer gets it into Barnett. Barnett asks Crumley to come over to set the pick for him. He goes around it, and right there to meet him is Nicholas Clifton. He'll turn and give it up top to Palmer. Back to Barnett. Crumley trying to get an inside presence. Barnett over to Igbanu. Igbanu now to Allen, inside to Crumley, and even the double team can't stop Will Crumley. He is just a very big and strong young man and an excellent player in the post. As Rice gets it across half court, quickly looks at Coach Placeris, and they call timeout. We've got 1:43 left to go here in the first half. Maryville 36, Covenant 32. You're listening to the Scots Broadcasting Network. Sanders inbounds to Rice. Back to Sanders. Back to Rice up top, and Rice will bring it around the left side of the key. He'll look to drive. Nice crossover. Turns and gives it to Rasnick. Back to Rice. Rice looks to drive. Gets it inside. Stolen by Igbanu. Good hands. And Igbanu will turn and give it to Barnett. Barnett will drive. Kick it over to Crumley. Crumley loses it. And a foul by Nicholas Clifton. And Covenant will inbound it from the side. That'll be Clifton's first, fourth on the team. They'll get it up top to Crumley. Barnett now with the ball. Barnett drives. Misses the shot, but I believe he is going to be fouled on the basket, and that's going to send Barnett to the line.
The foul is on Maryville, number 14, Felix Mondiale, his second, 5 on the team.
First free throw up and good, and Cordell Kay coming into the ball game as he will replace Uadiale, who will take a breather. 1:05 left to go here in the first half, and free throw up and miss from Barnett. 1 of 2 from the charity strike there. And now we are under a minute to go in the first half. Scots up 3. Looking to see if they can extend that lead before the break, as Sanders will go inside, kick it to Kay. Kay thought about it, brought the ball back down low, and right there, active hands from Covenant takes it right away. Barnett up top. He'll turn, give it over to Palmer. Palmer inside to Crumley, and a size advantage, and he takes advantage of it. As he turns right around Sanders, Kay tries to come over and help, and Crumley scores with the left hand. So now Maryville up 1 with 25 seconds left to go in the first half. Got to make the most of this offensive possession if you're Maryville. Good bounce pass inside to Clifton. Clifton jumper off the basket up and no good. Rebounded by Igbanu. Covenant now with an opportunity to take the lead as Barnett fouled right there from Darrell Rice. And by doing that, you create a break in the action that allows you to change some things up and get your best defensive players on the court. And it looks like Coach wanted to see number 11, Brandon Jones, come in, the 6'5" freshman center from Chattanooga, Tennessee, help out on this defensive possession. So right now, Rice guarding Barnett. Barnett goes around Clifton, turns, step back, jumper, no good, and a battle for it. And that is how the first half will end as they were unable to convert right there. And your score at the half, Maryville 36, Covenant 35. Let's take a look now at the final statistics from the first half of play. For Covenant College, they shot 50% from the field, 40% from the three-point line, and 75% from the free throw line. For Maryville, 55% from the field, 55% from the three-point line, and they were perfect from the line, only with one opportunity at the free throw line. Covenant with 12 total rebounds, 10 assists, 5 steals, 0 points from their bench, and 18 points in the paint. For Maryville, 15 total rebounds, 11 assists, 3 steals, 9 points from their bench, 14 points in the paint. So I'd say that's probably where you're seeing a little bit of this difference is the reserves that are coming in to help your starters. They got to be able to score. They got to be able to keep the momentum going to help your team so that way your starters can get a break and then come back in and keep the momentum going. And Maryville seems to be doing just that. But I tell you what, we've got plenty of time left to go in this thing, and anything could happen. But it's a lot of fun to watch, and we hope you'll stay tuned with us. We're going to take a break, and when we come back in about 13 and a half minutes, we will be back on the court, and the second half will be underway. You're listening to the Scots Broadcasting Network. I'm Heath Dunkel. We'll see you then. Welcome back to the Scott's Broadcasting Network as we begin second half action. And Maryville College starting off with the basketball. They lead by 1, 36-35. Rasnick drives, up with the shot and in. Chris Barnett with the basketball. He will go around a pick from Will Crumley. He'll bring it back up top and dish it over to Crumley. Crumley inside to Igbanu. Guarded closely by Uadiale. Good block. Igbanu's able to recover. Spins and kicks. Outside to Crumley. Over to Palmer. Palmer for three. Good. Palmer has been almost automatic from behind the arc. And with that basket, he knocks up this ball game at 38. They'll get it to Rasnick ahead. Rasnick to Sanders. Back to Rasnick. He'll drive, kick, Sanders for three. Count it. Barnett will drive out to Palmer. Keep an eye on him. Inside to Igbanu. Turns, gives to Crumley. Dishes outside to Palmer. Over in the corner to Allen. Allen for three. In and out. Chong with the rebound, and he'll get it to Sanders. Sanders, three ball. Count it! Crumley has it up top. Over in the corner. Three ball, Barnett. No good. Chong saves it, gets it into Sanders. Sanders drives. Over to an open Clifton. Clifton, three ball. Hand down. Man down, three-pointer by Nicholas Clifton, and a timeout on the floor as Maryville quickly taking momentum completely on their side, and they are up 9 points with 17:34 left to go in this ball game. We'll be back in just a minute. Covenant inbounding from the timeout, and Barnett with the basketball crossing the logo at midcourt. He'll turn and give it over to Palmer. Met right quickly by Kevin Chong. Palmer will get rid of it to Crumley inside to Igbanu, and Igbanu showing his brute force on the inside that time, muscling his way for 2 points. Maryville quickly down the court. Chong with the basketball. Cross court to Rasnick. Rasnick pump fake. Dish. Chong. Chong, spin move. Up with the basket. No good. Rebounded by Igbanu. Palmer with the ball. Gets it inside to Igbanu. He's got the hot hand right now. He loses it, though. And here comes Maryville. Rasnick with it. Rasnick tries to flip it ahead to Chong and just throws it a little too far in front of him. And they'll give the ball back to Covenant. Barnett gives to Palmer on the right side of the key. Now to Crumley. Crumley pump fakes. Crumley drives. Kicks it over to Igbanu. Now outside to Palmer. Palmer 3-ball. No good. And here comes Maryville. Raznick with it. Clifton. 3-ball. No, sir. Rebounded by Raznick. Raznick brings it back up top. Looks over at Chong in the corner. Chong pump fake. Swings it around to Sanders. Sanders to Clifton. Clifton pump fake. Gives to Raznick. Time winding down on the shot clock. Uadiale up. Just rimmed out. And right there to get the rebound, Will Crumley. Here comes Covenant, down 7, 15:40 left to go here in the second half. Zach Allen with the basketball, double team. He's able to get his way out of it and give it to Igbanu. Igbanu to Barnett, over to Crumley. Barnett around a pick. Drives, throws it up with the right hand, no good. Shot clock violation as that ball did not hit the rim, and it'll give Maryville the basketball. And before Maryville will take over on offense, timeout on the floor for immediate timeout. 15:15 left to go in this game. Maryville 47, Covenant 40. You're listening to the Scots Broadcasting Network. Back from the break in, Jacoby Coleman inbounds the ball to Nicholas Clifton, who turns and gives it to Raznick for Maryville. Back to Clifton, and he'll cross half court and dish it over to J.R. Sanders in the corner. Back up top comes Maryville. 15 on the shot clock. He'll get it over to Uadiale. Uadiale over to Sanders. Sanders drives. Tries to go up and around Igbanu, and he's fouled.
The foul is on Covenant number 1, Promise Igbanu. It's his third, team first.
Sanders inbound. He does. He gets to Clifton. Clifton pump fake. Clifton drives. Kicks it into Uadiale and stolen by Crumley. Up top, Igbanu. Crumley trying to call for it inside, and Clifton's right there. Raznick's able to tip it away, and Crumley somehow saves it, but all the way out at the three-point line, so he has to kick it across court to Granat. Granat misses the three. Igbanu there for the rebound. Inside to Crumley. This time, Crumley doesn't miss. 47-42. It's now a 5-point game. Maryville's going to have to make some sharper passes as active defense in hands for Covenant has helped lead to a few steals and given them some offensive opportunities to climb their way back into this ball game. As Clifton drives, Clifton goes up and he is fouled.
The foul is on Covenant number 1, Promise Igbanu. It's his fourth, team second.
And Igbanu now with 4 fouls. We'll see if he's taken out in a minute for a break, as they are going to need him down the stretch. And it looks like they decide to do so, as head coach Neil Young's going to bring in Zach Allen to replace him in just a moment. First free throw up and good. And he will take out Igbanu. Coming out for Maryville, J.R. Sanders and Felix Uadiale and Cordell Kay and Darrell Rice in the game. So now for Maryville, you've got Clifton, Coleman, Rice, Kay, and Rasnick on the floor. As Clifton getting ready to shoot a free throw. Up and in. On the floor for Covenant at the moment, you've got Crumley, Allen, Gurnett, Barnett, and Palmer. Barnett with the basketball, and he is guarded by Darrell Rice, the freshman. And Coach Placeres coming all the way to half court to try to energize his defense. Palmer will drive. Palmer, reverse layup, no good, rebounded by Coleman. 7-point ball game. Coleman to Rice, back to Coleman. Swinging it all the way around, ball in the hands now of Rasnick. Now Rice has it. Rice will drive, bring it back out and give it to Kay. Over to Rasnick. Rasnick, opportunity for a three. Count it. 10-point ball game now. 13:25 remaining. Barnett over to Crumley. Crumley back to Barnett. Now over to Allen. Crumley trying to get inside presence and calling for the basketball, and Allen's going to give it to him as Crumley steps out for a three. No good, rebounded by Rice. Rice pushes it ahead to Rasnick. Rasnick, spin, layup, basket. Another timeout on the floor. 13:01 remains in the second half. Your score, Maryville 54, Covenant 42. I'm Heath Dunkel, and we'll be right back. Covenant with the basketball from the timeout, and Barnett has it. Closely guarded by Rice. Great defense as Crumley tries to set a pick, and Rice goes right around it. They'll turn and hand it off to Gurnett. Gurnett to Allen. Back to Barnett. Barnett will drive. Barnett makes the basket and the foul. Nice move that time with the double pump by Barnett, and finally throws it up, draws the foul. Really good play. So Chris Barnett with a three-point opportunity here. He's a 65% free throw shooter, and that free throw, though, will go up and in. Your score, 12:45 remaining to go in the second half. 54-45, Maryville College Scots up by 9. They'll give it to Coleman on the left side of the key, back up top to Rice. Rice to Chong, Chong to Rasnick. Rasnick pumps, splits the defense, kicks it out. Rice for three, no good, rebounded by Chong. He turns and gets it out to Rasnick. Rasnick pump fake. To Rice, and they'll slow it down and they'll reset. Here we go again. Rasnick will drive. Rasnick pump fake jumper. Fadeaway is good. Barnett drives, kicks out to Palmer, and Palmer with a three ball. No good, rebounded by Gurnett. Barnett now takes an opportunity at a three. He'll miss as well, but there's Crumley again to get a hand up, tip it away, and get it back to his team on offense. And Rasnick is hurt. Not looking good for Rasnick. He might have fallen on that ankle wrong, and he's hobbling. Timeout on the floor, and they're going to get Rasnick out.
Full timeout by by the media.
Full timeout by the media. 11:38 remains. And your score, Maryville 56, Covenant 45. Kay inbounds to J.R. Sanders. Sanders cross half court and will turn and give it over to Coleman. Coleman back to Sanders, over to Kay. Now in the corner to Chong. Chong, 3-ball. No good. Coleman right there, though, for the rebound and the two-point opportunity. Barnett nowhere to go. Brings it back out, kicks to Allen, now over to Palmer. Palmer cross court back to Barnett. A wide open three-point play. No good in the rebound. And we've got a foul on the floor. And they're going to call a foul on Cordell Kay. I think that was against, I think he might have pushed off against Gurnett. So it wasn't a shooting foul. It was against another player on the court for Covenant. And Kay, with that foul, will make his way to the sideline. So now on the court for Maryville, Uadiale, Chong, Clifton, Coleman, and Sanders. Palmer out to Crumley. Crumley for three. Good. 10-point game. Over to Clifton. Clifton, Coleman. Back up top, swinging it around. Chong's going to take a three. No good, and rebounded by Covenant. Barnett turns, hands it to Crumley. Crumley for three again. And Crumley's just decided, if you're going to make it hard for me in the post, I'll just step out and shoot it over you at the three-point line. He's doing a great job of that, as it is now a 7-point ball game. Again, plenty of time left to go here. We have got 10 minutes left. 58-51 Maryville leads. J.R. Sanders with a response. Nope, but rebounded by Clifton. Nicholas Clifton up, in, blocked by Crumley. And here comes Covenant. Barnett has it on the right side of the key. Barnett, spin, drive, step back, jumper. No good. Battle for it down low. Igbanu's the one who comes away with it. He'll kick it outside. Crumley, another three. No good. Rebounded by Uadiale. He'll give it to Sanders. Sanders will slow it down. Nope, they're going to tell him to push it across half court. He does. Pick from Uadiale. Looks like that may have been a moving pick on Uadiale. And with that, that's going to give Covenant back the ball. Substitutions for Maryville as Chong and Clifton come out, Kay and Rasnick in. Barnett up top, over to Igbanu. Back to Barnett. He'll turn and give it to Palmer. Palmer for three. Good. 4-point ball game. And Palmer is not a young man you can leave open, as he is deadly from beyond the arc. He'll get it to Kay. Kay will drive on Igbanu. Little floater up and in. 30-second timeout on the floor. 8:47 remaining. Maryville 60, Covenant 54. We'll be right back. Granat with the ball. He'll turn and give it to Barnett, and here comes Covenant. Down 6 points. 8:40 left to go in this ball game. Coach Placeris pleading with his defense to turn things up as Palmer will drive on Sanders. Palmer up and around. He'll miss, but rebounded by Raznick. Raznick to Kay. Almost stolen, but Kay does not let them do so. They'll give it to Coleman. Coleman to Sanders. Sanders kicks it across to Kay. Kay pump fakes. Drive. Kicks it out. And great defense right now, and a really good battle between these two teams as Coleman slows things down up top. He'll get it over to Raznick, inside to Kay. We've got 10 on the shot clock, and Kay will say, you know what, I don't need it. Jumper is up and good. Barnett, handoff to Granat. Granat inside to Crumley, almost stolen. He's able to get it to Igbanu. Igbanu kicks it out, swinging it around. They'll find Barnett. Drive inside, pass to Igbanu. Igbanu up and into the body of Uadiale, and they're going to call it on Uadiale. So that'll send Igbanu to the line to shoot two.
Number 14, Felix Uadiale is fourth, team 4. Full timeout taken by the media.
Timeout taken by the media. Let's take one with them. 7:43 to go. It is 62-54. Maryville leads. Igbanu at the line shooting two, and he'll make the first. Promise Igbanu, a 68% free throw shooter. Goes up on the second, and it will fall as well. 2 of 2 from the line there. And now Maryville with the ball, and they're up 6. Need to cross half court. Got to be real careful here. Good defense by Covenant, and they do so just in time as Sanders has the basketball. He'll turn and give it to Raznick. Raznick to Sanders. Over to Kay. Kay, 3 ball. Good. And Kay not afraid to take the big shot here in the second half. He's had a couple clutch points when Covenant's been trying to work their way back into this one. It's a 9-point game. They'll kick it over to Granat. Granat for 3. Up, no good, but Crumley's right there. He misses, and Kay comes away with the rebound, and we've got a jump ball. Thought it was going to be a jump ball. No, the referees are saying it is a foul on Crumley. And so Maryville with the ball. Sanders getting trapped. He's going to have to get rid of it. Throws it across to Kay. Kay gets it to Raznick. Raznick over to Sanders. Slowing things down, coach calls out the play set for his team. Now over to Raznick. Raznick up at the top of the key. Drives and kicks. Sanders now with it. Sanders inside. Jumper. Good. 11-point ball game. 6:25 to go. Barnett handoff. Now they'll get it into Crumley. Crumley has it up top. He'll swing it around to Granat. Granat cross court. Palmer with it. 3-ball up and in by Chris Barnett. Sanders calling for some help. As when he gets doubled, no one's around. He has to swing it across court, and Coleman goes up. And we have got a foul. That foul's going to be on the shot for Jacoby Coleman, so he's going to go to the line to shoot 3.
Jonathan Barnett, his first 4 on the team.
Free throw up and in. Substitutions on the court. Zach Allen back in for Covenant. Last free throw. You can count that one as well. Another substitution as they're going to send Coleman over to the sidelines and Darrell Rice back in. Ball in the hands of Palmer. Palmer to Crumley. Crumley up top. Don't let him shoot a 3. He's been hot lately, and they'll turn and give it to Igbanu. Igbanu down low to Allen, and Allen's going to try to post up Sanders, and he does so and makes the basket. 9-point game. 5:28 to go. Here comes the trap. Sanders across to Raznick. Raznick back to Sanders up top. He'll get it over to Rice. Rice inside to Kay. Kay turn around. Jumper good. Making things difficult for that 2-3 zone because they're trying to split things and make it hard for Maryville to get inside, but Maryville just gets it right in the middle of the zone, turns around, and they're making shots. Barnett kicks it over to Allen. Allen pump fake. He'll drive. He tries to turn and hand it over to Igbanu, and Igbanu double team, but spin move, shot, no good. Right there to meet him, though, was Allen with the rebound and makes the most out of the second chance opportunity with the basket. Sanders, here comes the double team. He's looking to get rid of it. He does. He gets it to Rice. Good vision by Sanders. Here's Kay again. Pump fake this time. In. No good. Rebound by Clifton. No good as well. And they'll say it was last touched by Maryville College, and Covenant will inbound. Uadiale is going to come in now, and he's going to replace, looks like, Nicholas Clifton. Give him a breather. Take a look at who we've got on the court right now for both teams. Ball currently in the hands of Barnett for Covenant. With him, Palmer, who just got the ball. He'll give it back to him. You've got Crumley, Igbanu, and Allen. Igbanu outside. Barnett, 3-ball. No good. Battle for it, and Sanders gets knocked over, but no foul. And Barnett back with it for another 3-point play. This time he connects. 8-point game, 4 minutes to go. Kay, over to Rice. Rice to Uadiale, now over to Raznick. Raznick pump fake. Raznick drive. Step back, jumper, good. Barnett over to Palmer, back to Barnett. Now to Allen, inside to Crumley. Crumley dishes it out. 3-ball, Palmer, no good. Uadiale there for the rebound. Crumley tried to get the jump ball, and Uadiale just ripped it out of his hand, said, we're not doing this today, and gets it back to his team. And here comes some instant offense as they kick it outside. Rice for 3, no good. Crumley there with the rebound, and here comes Covenant. Right back at you as Barnett goes up. Barnett is fouled on the shot. You gotta love the fight between these two teams, just going back and forth and back and forth. And just when you think Maryville started to open this thing up, Covenant climbs their way back in. It has been a great ball game. You expect nothing less between these two teams, and we've got a timeout on the court. You know, let's take one with them. 3:02 remaining to go in this ball game. Maryville 74, Covenant 66. You're listening to the Scots Broadcasting Network. .302 left to go in this ball game, 74-66. Maryville leads, but at the line shooting 2 is the junior guard, Chris Barnett of Covenant. He'll make the first. Second free throw good as well. 6-point ball game. Clifton inbounds it to Sanders. Sanders back to Clifton. Clifton over to Sanders, and that is a backcourt violation. When Clifton crossed half court and turned and threw it across to Sanders, Sanders had not established himself over the half court line. And because of that, that is technically a backcourt violation. Even if his body is over, he has to touch across court to establish himself. Didn't do so. Backcourt violation. Covenant with the ball. Could be a very costly play, so you're going to have to tighten up defensively right here if you're Maryville. Sanders guarding Barnett. Here comes Palmer. Palmer, jumper. No good. In a battle for it, Crumley comes away with it. Now Allen shoots a 3-ball up. No good. And they're going to go and scrap for it, and Barnett comes away. He gives to Palmer. Back to Barnett. Barnett turns, dishes it behind him to Palmer. Palmer 3-ball. No good. Uadiale rebound. 2:30 to go. 74-68. Scots up 6. Sanders to Jacoby Coleman, who's back in the ball game for Maryville College. And Sanders will turn, give it to Clifton. Clifton inside to Uadiale. Uadiale, spin, handoff, dunk! The double team came over to Uadiale, and they left wide open Nicholas Clifton, and he put it down. 76-68, 8-point ball game. 1:55 left to go in this thing, and Allen gets it inside to Igbanu. Igbanu dishes it out. Barnett for 3, count it. This is what we're talking about, folks. I mentioned it a moment ago. This back and forth between these two teams. Covenant will not go away, and it's been a great game. 76-71, 1:46 left. Maryville up 5. We've got a timeout on the floor. We'll take one, too. You stay right here, and we'll be back in just a minute. Back to it as Maryville inbounds and the full court press is on. Clifton, double team, gives it to Sanders. Sanders turns. Sanders is going to have to cross half court. He'll give it to Coleman to do so. Give it to Raznick. Here comes a double on Raznick, and they are swarming Maryville. Sanders wide open. Sanders hands off to Coleman. Now over to Raznick, and they have out-tackled Coleman, and he's going to be fouled.
The foul is on Covenant number 11, Jackson Fitzgerald, his first. 5 on the team.
Foul on Sanders. Or they foul Sanders, excuse me. That time that was number 11, Jackson Fitzgerald with the foul.
The foul is on Covenant number 11, Jackson Fitzgerald, his second. 6 on the team.
They'll give it this time to Sanders. Kind of surprised after all of that. They're not trying to foul quickly again, but this time they're letting them play. I guess they're hoping they're going to miss on this offensive possession as Raznick has it up top. Raznick, jumper, no good. Rebounded by Barnett. Here comes Covenant. Minute 13 left to go. Down 5 is Covenant. Pick around Crumley. Barnett will drive. Barnett goes up, in, no good. Rebounded by Uadiale. Uadiale is fouled.
The foul is on Covenant number 24, Will Crumley, his third. 7 on the team. At the line for Maryville, Felix Uadiale. Timeout taken by Maryville College.
30-second timeout taken by the Scots, and we'll just keep it right here while they're discussing things and take a look at statistics so far. We're going to look at some individual stats for Covenant. Chris Barnett leading all scorers with 23 points. He's 5 of 8 from behind the arc. Will Crumley with 18. Brady Palmer with 13. Promise Igbanu with 10. Zach Allen with 7. For Maryville College, Nicholas Clifton leading all scorers with 16. Sanders with 15. Miles Raznick with 14. Cordell Kay with 12. Felix Uadiale with 8. Daryl Rice with 6. Jacoby Coleman with 5. And with that being said, players starting to make their way back on the court. Uadiale at the line. Shooting the 1-and-1 is Uadiale. Big time free throw that right there by the sophomore. Makes this a 6-point game with 1:04 left. See if he's able to make it a 3-possession ball game here if he's able to connect. And he does so. 78-77, 1:04 left to go, and Covenant's going to have to score quickly. Barnett has the ball. Barnett guarded by Rice. Turns and gives it to Crumley. Back to Barnett. He'll drive. Kick to Crumley. Crumley for 3. No good. Rebounded by Igbanu. Up, no good. And Clifton right there tangled up with him to battle for it. And a jump ball, and the possession arrow is with Covenant. Barnett inbound underneath the basket. 46.5 seconds remain. He'll get it in. Palmer, quick 3, blocked. Barnett able to recover. Now they're scrambling for it. Uadiale comes away. He gives it to Kay, and Kay is going to have to be fouled by Covenant as they're running out of time. Covenant I can't even speak at this moment. I'm so excited. Raznick's going to go to the line. What a ball game. 40.2 seconds to go. Maryville up 7 and a big time defensive stop. Started with an excellent block by Clifton. And then when they got it inside, losing the handle, and the Scots just all diving towards the ball, trying to take it away from Covenant, and they were successful. And because of that, Raznick with the ball, and Raznick going to the line to shoot free throws. The 1-and-1 opportunity for Raznick. Makes the first. Got to make your free throws in the clutch opportunities and the clutch moments, and he does so right there. There's the first. Now time for the second. Makes it as well. It's a 9-point ball game. 80-71. Maryville College leads. Time ticking away for Covenant. Barnett has it up top, and Crumley right there to help with the pick. Barnett goes around it, dishes it to Palmer. Palmer fakes the pass, takes the three. No good. Uadiale rebound. And Uadiale is fouled.
The foul is on Covenant number 3, Chris Barnett is first. 9 on the team. At the line to shoot 1 and 1, Felix Uadiale.
No good on the free throw, and Covenant with the ball. Here they come. Barnett around to pick, and he'll take a three. No good. Rebounded by Palmer. Palmer out to Barnett. Barnett over to Crumley. Crumley now with a three. No good. Taken away by Uadiale, and he is fouled.
The foul is on Covenant number 1, Promise Igbarnu. It's his 5th, 10 on the team.
Missed the first. Made the second. Shot up, shot is good, and 0.1 seconds left on the clock. And with that, time expires, and this ball game is over. Maryville College coming away with the victory in the first round of the USA Southwest Division Tournament. And in doing so, they will now play and host on Saturday, and they will face the winner of LaGrange versus Piedmont. And going to look at the online schedule for Piedmont, it shows that Piedmont defeated LaGrange 85-83 in overtime. So it looks like the Lions will be traveling to Maryville on Saturday to face the Fighting Scots. But before that, let's go over the statistics and how the team did today. We'll look at these final stats for you. As for Maryville, they shot 55% from the field, 50% from the three-point line, and 84% from the free throw line. As for Covenant, 38% from the field, 31% from the three-point line, and 88% from the free throw line. Covenant had 34 total rebounds, 21 assists, 6 steals, 0 points from the bench, and 28 points in the paint. As for Maryville, they had a total of 34 rebounds, 18 assists, 4 steals, 23 points from the bench, and 26 points in the paint. Individual statistics are as follows for Covenant. Chris Barnett with 23, Will Crumley with 18, Brady Palmer with 16, Promise Igbarnu with 10, Zach Allen with 7. For Maryville, Miles Rasnick 16, Clifton 16, J.R. Sanders with 15, Cordell Kay with 12, Felix Uadiale with 11, Daryl Rice with 6, and Jacoby Coleman with 5. a heck of a ball game between these two teams. And again, with Maryville coming away with the victory, they will host Piedmont on Saturday. We'll have more details for you later this week. Stay tuned. Make sure you're following the MC Scott's social media pages, and we'll give those to you right now. You can follow the Fighting Scots daily at www.mcscots.com or through social media on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter at MC Scots. Taking a look at our Blunt Partnership Performer of the Game. I think we're going to give that one to Nicholas Clifton. Had a really nice game, 16 points, 6 rebounds, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 1 of 2 from the three-point line. Blunt Partnership is proud of Nicholas Clifton's efforts. The partnership's mission is to develop a robust economic base by providing members access to information, business resources, and activities that enhance the quality of life for all who live, work, and play in our region. Visit the partnership at www.bluntpartnership.com. Congratulations, Nicholas Clifton. A special shout out to our Interim Director of Athletics, Sarah Quatrocki, for her diligent work in keeping our student athletes healthy and playing. Today's stats were provided by Assistant Sports Information Director Chris Cannon. Thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. Your final score, Maryville College 81, Covenant College 74. I'm Heath Dunkel, and until next time, so long, good night, and yes, that just happened.